Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into this quick video. This is for those of you who were giving well wishes to me and of course my daughter and I'm a first time grandpa, and just a brief update. Last week I said that she was having some problems where she had very high blood pressure. I found out the other day it was 200 over whatever, which is extremely high and not good for her, but of course the baby. And let me fix the light real quick. And so last Tuesday, they had to give her magnesium to get her blood pressure down. Of course, once you do that, it's going to get into the baby system too as well. And they also started to induce labor, and that really didn't do much. So they broke her bag of water, and that moved along. And she did have the baby on last Tuesday. So the baby now will be a week old tomorrow. Now, of course, there can be complications, and there are complications. And I'll say right off the bat that they're not huge complications, but they are complications. Hey, Wise Monkey. Thanks, I appreciate it. So she had the baby about 3 to 4 weeks early, but one fortunate thing is the baby was a good size already. The baby was over 6 pounds, 6 pounds, 6 ounces. Let me show you a quick picture. There we go. And that's baby Grayson. His first name is Grayson. And so, of course, still having the baby that early, there's some problems. And of course, the baby's going to have that medicine in its system from the mother having to take it for the high blood pressure. So the baby also had jaundice. So my daughter was actually released yesterday. She was in there quite a few days because her blood pressure took a long time to come down. The baby's blood pressure is good, everything. But of course, with the baby having jaundice and still has jaundice till this day, they said the baby's going to be in there probably another 5 to 7 days. The baby at first wasn't eating very well or not eating at all, so they had to use a tube for him to eat. But now he's eating like half and half, and they want him to be able to eat, of course, food without having, of course, using the feeding tube, and so the parents can, of course, bring them home. And so it's really tough. And my daughter sent me a message yesterday that she went home, and I said, well, before this even happened, I told her, I know it's probably going to be tough for you to leave because you're not able to take the baby home. And she didn't say didn't think that'd be much of a trouble, but the message she sent me said that she was, crying quite a lot, and they had to go back to the hospital 2 different times just to spend time with baby Grayson. So it seems, and like I said, baby's doing well. Baby's actually gaining weight, and he still has that magnesium in his system, but every time they check it each day, the amount is going more and more out of the system. So that medicine's got to get out of his system. He's got to eat a certain amount of milliliters a day consistently for him to go home. So I figure 5 to 7 days. And like I said, mom's having a hard time not being able to have the baby home, and which is very understandable. I tried to look at some positive things and try to tell her, just think of it that the baby's in a NICU unit, that there's all these other babies in the units that a lot of them can be and are a lot worse off than what baby Grayson is, and they'll be in there a lot longer than he is, and some of them might not even make it, unfortunately, and that's a terrible thing that happens, but it does happen. So I just wanted to give that update, and I appreciate all the well wishes. And one time, whenever he finally gets out of the hospital, and we'll be able to get some better pictures and all that. So thanks for everybody's support, and we'll see you next time.